What's up, Alpha Squad on YouTube? It's Charles down again, y'all. And this is that Go Hard or Go Home channel. Alright, y'all. Hey, look. Check it out. Welcome to If You Vote for Kamala Harris Part 2. You ain't black. Alright? Even Joe don't like that hoe. Alright? Hey, look, y'all. I'm gonna play this video right here. It's a news clip from a few years back. And you know, Joe Biden gonna rip her ass apart in here. Like, if y'all ain't never watched me before, I help people with things in life and stuff like that. But I just try to keep real things out there, and especially stuff to, you know what I'm saying, like the black people and, you know, even just other groups of people who just need to know something in the point in time. But right now, this Kamala Harris chick, oh hell no, I don't think y'all really want her. So here's a couple things I want y'all to take out of this video, because I ain't gonna do all the ask for subscribes and this junk and stuff like right there now. We're gonna go to this info. Look, Joe gonna tell you she don't do her job. Joe gonna tell you she's crooked and corrupt. Watch this. We're gonna talk about it a little bit in here. So we're gonna get on with the video and watch this clip. Alright? Hey y'all, you vote for Kamala Harris, you ain't black. Even Joe don't like that hoe. Let's roll.
You have also been quite critical of Vice President Biden's policies on race, specifically on the issue of busing in the 1970s, having benefited from busing when you were a young child. Vice President Biden says that your current position on busing, you're opposed to federally mandated busing, that position is the same as his position. Is he right?
That is simply false. And let's be very clear about this. When Vice President Biden was in the United States Senate working with segregationists to oppose busing, which was the vehicle by which we would integrate America's public schools, had I been in the United States Senate at that time, I would have been completely on the other side of the aisle. And let's be clear about this. Had those segregationists their way, I would not be a member of the United States Senate, Cory Booker would not be a member of the United States Senate, and Barack Obama would not have been in the position to nominate him to the title he now holds. And so on that issue, we could not be more apart, which is that the Vice President has still failed to acknowledge that it was wrong to take the position that he took at that time. Now, I would like to also talk about this conversation about Eric Garner, because I too met with his mother. And one of the things that we've got to be clear about is that this President of the United States, Donald Trump, while he has been in office, has quietly been allowing the United States Department of Justice to shut down consent decrees, to stop pattern and practice investigations. On that case, we also know that the Civil Rights Division, this is important, the Civil Rights Division of the United States Department of Justice said charges should have been filed, but this United States Department of Justice usurped, and I believe it is because that president did not want those charges.
You know, here's the thing about me. She's making all this fuss like she's about civil rights, but bitch, you don't want to do damn reparations for black people. Why? So it is with that. So let's keep rolling. Let's keep it rolling. Joe finna get in that ass though. Watch Joe.
To go forward, and they overrode a decision by the Civil Rights Division of the United States Department of Justice. Under my administration, the Civil Rights Division will reign, and there will be independent investigations.
Vice President Biden, I want to give you a chance to respond to what Senator Harris just said.
Get it, Joe. Get it, Joe.
Senator Harris was the Attorney General for 8 years in the state of California. There were two of the most segregated school districts in the country, in Los Angeles and in San Francisco. And she did not, I didn't see a single solitary time she brought a case against them to desegregate them. Secondly, she also was in a situation where she had a police department when she was there that in fact was abusing people's rights. And the fact was that she, in fact, was told by her own people, that her own staff, that she should do something about and disclose to defense attorneys like me that you, in fact, have been, the police officer did something that did not give you information would exculpate your client.
Okay, so Joe is basically saying that, yes, she don't do her job. She like to use her power and abuse it on people. That's just what he got done saying. So, I mean, but he's endorsing her now, but of course, you know, this is how these people's mouths work. But they'll tell you the truth when they're going against them. That's what he's doing now.
She didn't do that. She never did it. And so
didn't do
what
shit.
happened? Along came a federal judge and said, enough, enough, and he freed
Thank you.
1,000 of these people. If you doubt me, Google 1,000 prisoners freed, Kamala Harris.
Thank you, Vice President Biden. Senator Harris, your response?
This is simply not true. And as Attorney General of California, where I ran the second largest Department of Justice in the United States, second only to the United States Department of Justice, I am proud of the work we did, work that has received national recognition for what has been the important work of reforming a criminal justice system and cleaning up the consequences of the bills that you passed when you were in the United States Senate for decades.
Now,
It was the work.
I want y'all to look at how they disagreeing with each other right now. And people don't see this. People don't remember these things. I remember these debates. I know these people not cool with each other. But like I said, if you vote for Kamala Harris, you ain't black. Because he just got done telling you it was segregation and everything, and she did nothing. And she ain't gonna do nothing about reparations and nothing like that either. So if you vote for her, you ain't black.
Of creating one of the first in the nation initiatives around re-entering former offenders and getting them jobs and counseling.
Senator.
I did the work as Attorney General of putting body cameras on special agents in the state of California, and I'm proud of that work.
I want to bring in Congresswoman Gabbard. Congresswoman Gabbard, you took issue with Senator Harris confronting Vice President Biden at the last debate. You called it a, quote, false accusation that Joe Biden is a racist. What's your response?
I want to bring the conversation back to the broken criminal justice system that is disproportionately negatively impacting black and brown people all across this country today. Now, Senator Harris says she's proud of her record as a prosecutor and that she'll be a prosecutor president, but I'm deeply concerned about this record. There are too many examples to cite, but she put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence. She blocked evidence that would have freed an innocent man from death row until the courts forced her to do so. She kept people in prison beyond their sentences to use them as cheap labor for the state of California. And she fought.
You know, I hate to stop this lady right here, but as much as some of these black people be going to jail, they ought to be afraid of this woman. I mean, I don't go to jail like that, but I know a lot of people that do. And people are always talking about how the system is against black people and stuff like that, but then they want to. Man, please, this woman crazy. Let's keep rolling.
To keep cash bail system in place that impacts poor people in the worst kind of way.
Thank you, Congresswoman. Senator Harris, your response?
Let me pass this commercial break right quick, guys. With that, let me pause her right quick. I want y'all to notice in this one, she's not going to deny nothing this woman just said. She's going to start talking about some other stuff. Watch it.
As the elected Attorney General of California, I did the work of significantly reforming the criminal justice system of a state of 40 million people, which became a national model for the work that needs to be done. And I am proud of that work. And I am proud of making a decision to not just give fancy speeches or be in a legislative body and give speeches on the floor, but actually doing the work of being in the position to use the power that I had to reform a system that is badly in need of reform.
Notice how she attacks people. She makes personal attacks. Instead of attacking the facts, which she's not doing right now, she attacks the person. But I'm gonna go on.
That is why we created initiatives that were about re-entering former offenders and getting them counseling. It is why, and because I know that criminal justice system is so broken, that I am an advocate for what we need to do to not only decriminalize, but legalize marijuana in the United States.
I want to bring Congresswoman Gabbard back in. Your response?
The bottom line is, Senator Harris, when you are in a position to make a difference and an impact in these people's lives, you did not. And worse yet, in the case of those who were on death row, innocent people, you actually blocked evidence from being revealed that would have freed them until you were forced to do so. There is no excuse for that. And the people who suffered under your reign as prosecutor, you owe them an apology.
Senator Harris.
My entire career, I have been personally opposed to the death penalty, and that has never changed. And I dare anybody who is in a position to make that decision, to face the people I have faced, to say, I will not seek the death penalty.
Okay.
That is.
Okay. She didn't say she didn't do it. That's all I got to say about that.
Is my background. That is my work. I am proud of it. I think you can judge people by when they are under fire, and it's not about some fancy opinion on a stage, but when they're in the position to actually make a decision, what do they do? When I was in the position of having to decide whether or not to seek a death penalty on cases I prosecuted, I made a very difficult decision that was not popular to not seek the death penalty. History shows that, and I am proud of those decisions.
Senator Harris, thank you very much. Senator Bennett, a question.
Okay, so look, guys, look. Even Joe don't like that hoe. He has some shit to say about her, and the other lady did too. And she didn't say she didn't do none of the stuff. She did. She denied nothing that they said, guys. Nothing. So what y'all think? I think we just need to vote for Trump and get this bitch on out of here, or do something. She got to go. But even Joe don't like that hoe. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this one. Let me know what y'all thought about that right there. Because a lot of people don't forget that these people used to be at each other's throats. They got nothing for you, and she definitely don't if you're black. But that's all I got to say about that, y'all. Even Joe didn't like that hoe. So why should you? Notorious Johnny, y'all, this that Go Hard or Go Home channel. And I'm out of here on this one, y'all. Peace.